Alright, here we go. Starting a new project again. Project Dish. This is a 2012 Chevrolet Camaro SS 2SS. I just finished selling the Integra about a week ago, and this is replacing it. It's got the Brembo brake package, 20-inch wheels, manual transmission, and if you know Chevys, you know that means that's the actual LS3, because the manuals only came LS3, automatics came L99. It's got the leather interior, moonroof, heated seats, and Bluetooth and backup camera in the mirror. Really nice. It's weird to call this a project, but it is. Reason being, it's got a bit of a ticking issue. And knowing Chevys, it's gonna be lifters that are making a noise. Actually, and specifically cylinder number 8. I've listened to it myself, as well as the previous owner had shops listen to it and look into it. Lifters on cylinder number 8 are making noise, but it could potentially also be a camshaft that's worn down because of the lifter failure. But we won't know until we tear into it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick startup video before I start digging into it. I'm lucky I remembered that I should probably start recording this stuff. It's a pretty sweet car. Check this out. The only mod that the owner said he did to it, Z01 exhaust. I don't know the difference myself. I'm not a Chevy guy, but this is fun. As far as the ticking noise goes, it's louder on certain days than other days. But I know Chevys as far as lifters go, so we're gonna address it for peace of mind. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. What I paid for, what I sold the Integra for is what I paid for this car. I got a steal on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off because I don't want it to warm up, because I'm actually about to start draining the coolant to get the heads off. So as soon as I get this car up and going, we're gonna be having some fun. I've already been driving it, but I don't want to keep driving it like this and cause more damage. So I'll go ahead and do a step-by-step video on it. Just let me get started somewhere. I'll update the video later. Well, I already got a bit of a head start on the Camaro today. So we are going to be replacing the lifters and possibly the cam. As soon as I inspect the journals, once the lifters come out, we'll see how the cam is. But right now, I've already removed the intake manifold. It's a lot of plastic hoses, actually like 2 or 3, which 2 of them broke. Connectors. I undid the coil packs over here, together with the brackets, took them off the valve covers. Bunch of easy stuff. Nothing too complicated. And so now the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing the exhaust manifolds. It was 2 15mm nuts connected to the downpipe. You can't even get it. Let me turn on the flash. You can see the stud right there. Anyways, now I'm going to undo all the bolts connecting the manifold to the head. Same thing goes for this side over here. And yeah, my first time doing this. Never really worked on a Chevy, but it's all easy, nothing crazy. All these bolts are not they're not fighting me, the bolts, so none much of a struggle yet. And then we're also going to be pulling off the power steering pump, because I won't be able to get the driver's side head out because it's bolted onto it. And I don't think I'll mess with the water pump just yet until we inspect the camshaft through the lifters. But we'll see what we find. Let me just keep going at it. Alright, so passenger side's off. All the valve trains, pretty interesting. Never really mess with Merc and stuff. So we did find that this lifter, it's got some pitting. Oh, hang on. Can I get that on camera? Can I do better? Let's see. Yeah, you can see it right there. Can I get it to focus? Anyways, yeah, all that is chewed up. So, yeah, since that's chewed up, coming over here, that lobe on the camshaft is also chewed up, and I do see the groove. So, luckily I listened to all the LS guys and ordered a camshaft too. But next we're going to be taking off the water pump, power steering pump, crank pulley, and then the timing cover, and then this is going to come out, radiator, condenser. I already pulled Freon because I was preparing for this. So taking all that out so that way I have enough space to pull the cam out. But right now it's lunchtime, so I'm taking a break and then I'm going to come back to this. Alright, yesterday didn't go so well, but we're gonna keep going. I was planning on finishing this in a couple of days, but that didn't go as planned. Reason being is because, first of all, I did remove the camshaft. That's the new one installed already. I almost forgot to record again. Here's the old one. You can see the pitting right here on this journal, as well as one of these over here. Let's see which one it was. That one right there. Boom. That one was getting really dug in, and yeah, that wouldn't have been fun. It's sharp and already dug real deep in. So yeah, camera lifters both at the same time. Don't just do lifters. But yeah, you can see the rest. Heads, crank pulley, timing cover. Crank pulley, had to use a jaw puller, got it off. And timing cover, well, that one was fun too. There was two 10mm bolts coming upwards from the pan, and I had to loosen that lower cable. But I'm gonna have to do a lot more work now. When I was removing the cam gear, I was trying to push on this tensioner right here and use a pin to secure it, but if you can see right there, it broke. So good news, bad news. Good news is I did order a new one and I have it. Bad news is, in order to get to it, you had to remove the oil pump, and in order to remove the oil pump, you had to remove the pickup tube, and in order to get to that, well, oil pan has to come off. And in order for the oil pan to come off, you're supposed to lower the subframe. So yeah, that's why I won't be able to finish this right away. In the meantime, I'm just going to put together what I can, so that way when I do have some more free time, I can just focus on that, and I won't be so far behind on the rest of the job. What I'm going to do next is just put that plate that goes over the cam back on, start prepping the surface for the heads, head gaskets, and also install the new lifters. But I'm going to make sure I follow the instructions correctly, because I want to make sure that I'm not going to double work and go too far ahead where I have to take apart stuff again. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'll update again when I get to another point. Alright, so we are a couple days later into this job. I did run into an issue. I don't remember if I recorded or not, but I had initially I broke that tensioner, and yeah, normally you're supposed to remove the frame, to remove the oil pump, to remove the oil pickup tube, to remove the oil pump. And the only thing I was able to do is remove the bolt, which was a 10mm bolt for that pickup tube going to the oil pan. And now I was able to remove it, remove the pump. And I got the tensioner changed out, set the time, torque the bolt. Now going back in, it is way too damn tight to get that bolt back in. Luckily it didn't fall all the way into the oil pan, and it just sat right there up top, and I've fished it out, but I cannot get into that area to put it back on. So I'm gonna lower the oil pan as much as I can to see if I can squeeze it on. And well, I might be able to take it off, but nah, doubt it. I think I'm just gonna lower it, put the bolt back on, tighten the pan back on, and then later on when I get access to the lift, I'll reseal the oil pan. It's just too much of a hassle to do this with them jack stands and a floor jack, because you gotta lower the frame. And I don't have the engine support bar. I haven't bought one yet. But if I was gonna do it here, and if I needed to, then yes, I'll go buy one and get it done that way. But right now I'm just gonna do what I said: lower the pan, try to squeeze that bolt back in, button it up, drive it to where I can get a lift. That way I don't stress myself out. Hopefully that works out. I'll see what happens right now. Alright, so I did end up having to loosen the oil pan, but now, oh excuse me, it's kind of crooked. You can see I got the bolt back in by hand. So now I'm just going to keep spinning it back on, tighten it up, and then tighten back the oil pan on for now. Again, I'll get it running. I'll reseal the oil pan later, because I am not going to do all this work. Oh my god. But yeah, alright, so after that I'll button up the timing cover, and then put the crank pulley back on, some of the other bolts. We'll start working on getting the heads back on after. Alright, so now we're at another day. Well, actually, after a week or so of taking a break on this, I got sick last weekend. So now I am going to start. Well, actually, I already started. I cleaned the surfaces on the block and the heads, cleaned up the heads, started putting the head gasket on. Right now, I'm about to start torquing the head bolts on this side. Got my new head bolts over here. These use Loctite. They already come with Loctite on them. And I'm about to look up the torquing sequence. I think what I read was like 90, well, torque them to a certain foot-pounds, and then it was a 90 degrees or 70 degrees. I'll have to check again. Yeah, I don't remember that. So that's where we're going to get started on next. After I finish this side, I'll continue to prep this side again, put head gasket and head on, and then we'll move our focus towards the push rods and the rocker arms. And afterwards, I think I'll tackle putting the timing cover back on, and we'll keep going from there. So let me get started on torquing the head bolts. Alright, time's a little hard to come by right now because of work and stuff, but right now I already have the heads put back on, and I just finished putting back the timing cover as well as installing the new crankshaft seal. What we're gonna do next is probably work on the crank pulley and the front end accessories, as well as putting back the radiator after I put back the water pump and the alternator and the power steering pump on. And then we'll work towards the manifolds, exhaust manifold, and then the intake manifold. And yeah, I'm trying to get this done today. It's already been probably like 3 weeks since I tore this down last. I don't know, I lost track, but it's got to run soon, immediately. I don't know, it's got to run right away. Can't keep wasting time. Anyways, let me update to see what else I get done next. Alright, so now we got all the accessories put back on: alternator, water pump, power steering pump, drive belts. We got the radiator fans and the condenser bolted back up. And then we got this exhaust manifold put back on. The other side I'm going to install as well. But now I am cleaning up the intake manifold surfaces, or the gasket surfaces, because all that oil can cause these seals to swell up. So you always got to clean them before you put them in. So that's what I'm doing right now. A lot of little tedious stuff that has to be done when you're going back together, as opposed to when you're tearing it apart, you're just zapping each bolt. But yeah, let me keep going at this. And yeah, alright, everything's back together now. As you can see, coil packs and intake manifold, exhaust manifolds. After a bunch of little crap that went wrong here and there, me losing a bolt and then losing the oil cap and other stuff I don't even remember right now, I'm just finally ready to start this thing up. Right now I am priming the engine by cranking it without having the coils and the injectors on, just to circulate the oil. I'm about to finish that up, and then I'll do the first start in a bit. Just looking over other things and make sure everything's plugged in. But nah, I took my time. Everything else is good. So let me keep priming the engine, and then I'll do the startup. Alright, here you are. It's all primed up, ready to start. You guys get to see it while I do it for the first time. I'm nervous, but screw it. I took my time, did everything right, I think. So, without further ado, make sure it's neutral, clutch in. Yep, I hear some noise. I am running a 30 weight, straight 30 weight oil, because I'm doing a break-in. I was told to hold the RPMs between 2,000 to 3,000. But hey, it starts, and yeah, the lifters are gonna make noise on startup, but obviously that's because we still needed some oil to recirculate. It's kind of hard to look under the hood if it's just me. It kind of sucks. So I'm just gonna keep revving it and hope for the best. Alright, well, if something breaks, I'll start recording again. But let me focus on this. Alright, hang tight. Check it out. It's a lot quieter than it was before. Doesn't seem like it's stumbling. It's idling smooth. All cylinders are working. Don't see anything major. I think we're good. I guess time will tell though. So yeah, so the previous owner told me that the only mod this thing has is a Z01 exhaust. I personally don't know, but it sounds good to me. It's my first V8, so V8 sports car. I had trucks, but that doesn't count. Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't updated on the TL, but some of my TL guys, sorry I haven't gotten back to y'all. I will give y'all an update though. But it's in daily status right now. Once I get this up and going, this is gonna be the daily, and then the TL is gonna be down for some more work. Maintenance, nothing crazy, maybe a little bit of mods. Alright, so I guess I'll do a test drive. Yeah, I don't see why not. I'll be right back. Alright, so finally, after about 1,000 miles of driving, I am so sorry I didn't update on the video, but yeah, life happens. It's already the new year too, but here we are, 1,000 miles later. Finally smooth, a lot quieter than before, and I was getting a little paranoid because I'm not familiar with LSs, but they do make some noise, just not crazy ass noise like last time. But man, it is so smooth, so much torque. Oh my god, this thing is so fun. So fun, so awesome. Still love that exhaust. Oh, heard a little pop on that end. But yeah, this thing is so sweet. Man. Unfortunately, it's about to be sold tomorrow. But it's going to a good owner. They'll take care of it for sure. It'll look nice. It'll look very nice next to their built Trailblazer SS. This is going to be the daily for them. It's pretty sweet, especially since I already took care of all the work, all the maintenance, little couple hiccups here and there that we already discussed he'll take care of in exchange for a discount on the price. So happy to be open and honest about everything that's been done to this car. Maybe they'll be seeing this on YouTube themselves, but this is awesome. And then we'll see what we'll see what we're going to be picking up next. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, I'm going to skip all the boring waiting and traffic parts. So. Yeah, but there's still traffic.
Edit that a little.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not. Still recording. I like the display right there. You see that? It's called the heads-up display. You can change it. I just leave it like that. But yeah. All right. That's about it.